this AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson ready for some preseason football. And off we go from Arlington. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys come out and they are led out by Dak Prescott as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler who is now 32 years old.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. A first-time Pro Bowler a year ago, it is Kyle Van Noy in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger runs a punt for Dallas. Lejante Wester deep for Baltimore. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And it will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
I think It's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. An injured player on the field, and that is Micah Parsons, who needs some medical attention. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
That is caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's 1st and goal. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Henry. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And they will finally get him down. He gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Cowboys offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. And, Greg, it's the time of year where those veterans know they're going to make the team. They're going to be on the roster for the opener. So when you went through that phase of your career, how did you approach the preseason?
Yeah, certainly different when I was a rookie or really early in my career than I was towards the back end. There's no question. And I think as I got older in the league and a little bit more established, my priorities of what I wanted out of those games, Mike, I think might have changed a little bit, right? I wanted to feel what it was like to get tackled. I wanted to feel what it was like just getting in and out of the huddle, keeping up with the play clock, getting into the operation of the game. It wasn't necessarily about how many catches or trying to make the roster, but it was the next step, preparing myself for the inevitability of a week 1 playing the full game in a full live environment. So this was the next step. You got practice to get your body right, then you had a couple preseason reps to kind of take that next step, all leading up to being healthy and ready to go come week 1 of the regular season. And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And that is incomplete.
I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's on for the
Cowboys.
second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Oh, they had a shot there and hit the 5. But it continues into the end zone. And it will come back out to the 20. The Ravens offense ready for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Off the play fake, Jackson. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Here's the give to Henry running right. He'll push forward for about a yard. Donovan Wilson will bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st down, Ravens.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On the give, here's Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no 1st downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. On the play fake, Dak. That's caught. It's Miles Sanders. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 8. Now the first carry for Miles Sanders. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
For a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
No play action. It's Prescott. His pass right side is caught by Schoonmaker.
Schoonmaker. No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 9. Back to throw is Prescott. The second down throw is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On third down, Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. They never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Going to go right back to Henry. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
After losses on the last 2 run plays, they face third down and 14. Now Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. He's up to the 20. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll be third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Complete to DeAndre
A
Hopkins.
big one there on third
A gain
down.
of
Good for
26
26 yards.
And the Raven
They
first
do a
down.
really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And he'll get about 5.
Derrick Henry on the carry. He's brought down at the 31. Brings up second down.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Henry. Good blocking to the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
At the 6-yard line.
They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and it's Henry. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
Gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and goal for Jackson. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
That screen just never had a chance. Anytime the running back has the ball and he's making guys miss in the backfield, there's going to be no timing to the play. It just allows too much time for the rest of the defense in pursuit to get there, and in this case winds up as no gain.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will extend to a 10-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Prescott. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Into the hands of Pickens once again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 10 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down. Cowboys.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It leads to second
And that's
10.
exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Again, Prescott to the air. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Prescott again. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Dak to throw. That's made by Pickens. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
He's made his presence felt throughout this opening quarter. They better figure out a way to slow him down defensively. Otherwise, he's in store for a monster game.
They'll try and run here with Sanders. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Ravens out front. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Williams gets it on the draw. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time, Mike. You typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw play.
On second down, it's Dak. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb.
Incomplete.
And that'll set up 4th down.
Was there defensively.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are on the board. It's now 10-3.
Cowboys 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. At the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Henry. Not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was taken down.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
In motion goes Likely. 3rd and short, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Touchdown. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. You talk about a quarterback getting things done with his legs. Everything covered downfield, but they couldn't cover him as he went down the field for a touchdown.
Mike, sometimes as a defensive coordinator, you just can't prepare for everything. In this case, you have the play defended perfectly. Passing lanes are all taken away. Everyone in coverage is where they're supposed to be. So what does the quarterback do? He tucks the ball away, and he takes it the distance for 6.
The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens move out in front by the score of 17-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 11. And quickly pick up a 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Play fake. Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Second down, Prescott. The left side, caught by Lamb. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Makes it 3rd.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Moving left, taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
That's good.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Dak. Looking underneath, he'll find Sanders. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Cowboys first down. First and
So, Mike,
10
you know
at
by
the
now my
13-yard
philosophy
line.
on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
He's brought down.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to run it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
That's interference.
That might
Defense.
make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
Prescott. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Roquan Smith in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. On play action, here's Dak. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there.
Brings up 3rd
And now
goal.
3rd and goal coming up.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
3rd and goal for Prescott. This one is complete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's 4th down.
4th and goal.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
A 24-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. To return, it is Turpin. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a man open. That's Tolbert. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
A gain there of 23 yards.
Cowboys.
First down, Cowboys.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the ground, this is Williams. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
A gain of 6. And the Cowboys first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first down, right back to Williams. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Second and 11. Prescott now. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Prescott's pass.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from 30 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys are able to get it back within a score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Brandon Aubrey.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. DeJounte Wester now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Play action now. Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On the option, they give it to Henry. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Loss of 2 yards.
A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hats to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time, and in this case, they get him down for a loss.
He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Pickup. First down, Baltimore.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
Now Lamar gonna hang on to it.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Raven first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Baltimore.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll step up and run, and he's in! Lamar Jackson! Touchdown, Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the Ravens add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out of the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore, but this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Open receiver, it's Tolbert. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they do not cut into the deficit.
And you could see it pretty clearly, Mike. He just kind of comes across the ball there. That one started right, and it just never came back.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. A 1st down throw for Jackson. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. It's an incompletion. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end, Mark Andrews, that time. It's 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson up top again. And he can't hang on. Through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And now the Cowboys will take a timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Short kick taken at the 17. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to take over just before the half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Pistol now for Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lance. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
2nd down, Prescott. Forced out wide. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll drop this down to Williams. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, it's Mitchell. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's the give to Henry running right. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now Jackson on the move. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third and 11. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Ravens.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
On the give, here's Henry. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Henry, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take them down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
3rd and 5. Going to go right back to Henry. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 6. And a Raven first down.
So, Mike, it's actually funny to say, but these are actually the kind of offensive possessions that defenses want you to have, right? So the idea on defense is make them snap it again, make them go the long way. So at some point, when they continue to get fresh sets of downs, expect them to try.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. Osa Odigizua. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action here. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the 2nd half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
The Cowboys offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on 1st down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now, Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Lester on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A design run here with Jackson. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
2nd down, they need 3. A give right up the middle to Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Raven 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Short, complete to Likely. He's close to a 1st down. A gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll run. It's Henry. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
Pass interference.
That might make this a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Deron Bland with the tackle.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he will get into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Now the try for an extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead.
34, Cowboys 9.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Two very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over.
So now here are the
1st and 10.
Cowboys. Their offense
their own
ready to make their way back
37-yard line.
onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play fake. Prescott. He'll get this to Schoonmaker. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
On 3rd down, Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
So here in the 2nd half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points, but really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some 1st downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll work forward for a couple. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop.
Tackled by Kenneth Murray. A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, here's Henry. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
Sam Williams on the stop. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. Now, Jackson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Prescott now. That's caught by Tolbert, right side. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
1st and 10.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Second and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lambs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Wester now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no gain.
No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he gets this up past the 35.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Now a toss, running left, it's Henry. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Jack Sanborn on the stop.
37-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 37, here's second down and 9. Jackson going to keep it himself. And he is out of bounds. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
In motion goes Likely. Play action now. Jackson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
Third and 10. Jackson. Toward the outside. He's got Andrews down the field. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll run it with Henry. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. It is second and 6. Back to throw, Jackson. He takes off. And he's got another one. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and through, and the Ravens are able to extend the lead.
Cowboys 12.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was two different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2.
Tyler Luke to kick
Both
off
teams
for Baltimore.
ready to go once more as the kick's away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Cowboys take over.
The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll get this complete to Tolbert. He's close to a first down. The gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
brings up
As a route
second
runner,
and
once you
one.
identify
At the
zone
41-yard
coverage like
line.
they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now he'll run it. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll take off again. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Cowboys.
25 more yards.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
They'll run the toss here to Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get it. And they'll get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. Cowboys are able to edge a bit closer.
41. Cowboys 19.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Lester now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And Good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Baltimore.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Raven first down.
And the Raven first down.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone replay is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
Deron Bland on the stop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he will score again. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Cowboys 19.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll start this on the ground with Sanders. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw is Prescott. That's complete, left side to Pickens. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A pickup there of 13. That's
down.
good for a Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll be forced out of bounds.
It's a gain of 18.
They get 18 on
That's
that one.
good for
First down, Cowboys.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yards.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Flush to his right. Now he takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
It is 3rd and 10. To throw is Dak. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Pistol now for Prescott. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. It was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake. Jackson. Open right side is likely. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They're going to put a man in motion to the right. Run play. This is Hill. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
At the 42.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Down, Ravens.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run here with Hill. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. No help from those last 2 runs. It is 3rd and 13. The shotgun, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards.
A pickup there of 19 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
And the Cowboys.
Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a 1st down.
36-yard line.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Prescott. He's into space past the 25. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down,
That's
Cowboys.
another Cowboys.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
He's got it inside the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
That's another.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Good blocking, and he's in. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
The extra point.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys are able to cut into the deficit.
Score, Ravens 48, Cowboys 26.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. In motion goes Likely. Here's Hill. I don't think I was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
A loss of a yard.
Defenses always have to make a decision. Like, how do they want to defend the zone read? Some teams want the quarterback to keep the ball. They want the ability to tackle the quarterback. Other teams, they want it to be a give read, and that's what we saw here. They were ready for it, and they take the running back down for a loss.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to be third down.
Well, I think the two of us kind of looked at each other up here in the booth, Mike, like, oh, a little surprised they're still throwing the ball at this stage of the game with the lead, but when you've had as much success through the air that they've had today, I don't think I can blame them for trying to pad the stats a little bit.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They run over center with Williams. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Dak going to throw it here on first down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Kyle Van Noy getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
48-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
That's another.
And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. And they'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Dak to throw. He's got that complete to Turpin. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock.
At the 32-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Dak. He's going to tuck it and go.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Kyle Van Noy in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. As we move closer to the regular season, they'll wrap up the preseason with the finale next week before we get it going for real come September. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Arlington.